Well, Andy, speaking of goalkeepers, you want to have a look at the man between the sticks for Fulham today.
Yeah, Bernd Leno this season has been overworked, but he still ranks highly for goals prevented. He should have conceded at least 7 more from the shots he's faced this season, but he'll need to be pretty much perfect today because he's up against a relentless City attack. It's no real surprise that City are more miserly when Ruben Dias plays. He's a world-class centre-half. Guardiola recently has been, I think, hailing him for his on- and off-pitch leadership. He reminds me so much of Vincent Kompany, driving the team on. I'm sure that Dias will be demanding his teammates replicate the intensity and quality of what we saw in midweek.
Well, it's 9 wins in the last 10 Premier League games for Manchester City. Not many expected them to drop points at Forest in the one game of that run. They didn't win back in February. That was the match that came hot on the heels of a win against Arsenal, just as this one does. I mean, given what City have done, 4 times champions in the last 5 years, given what they look like they're doing this season, is it fanciful to think, Andy, there might be any sort of complacency in their ranks here?
Well, football can throw up surprises, but I would be very surprised if City don't back up that incredible performance in midweek with a win here. You know, they dismantled Arsenal, simple as that. That'll worry Fulham, it'd worry any team, but they have to believe, Fulham, that they can hurt City, but it's easier said than done.
City in their change strip of black and red diagonals, kicking towards the Hammersmith end here at Craven Cottage on a lovely lineup.
But Saka and Martinelli could call, so that's why he went for conventional fullbacks. Doesn't really maybe feel the need to do that again today, so he's switched to a 3.
And look how high up that's allowing Gundogan to play. Grealish on the ball here. A little cutback from Mahrez, and that may well be looked at by the referee in harsh terms. Penalty kick, Alvarez colliding with Ream.
It's a whirlwind start from City. That switch of play from left to right from Grealish opens Fulham up. I just wondered whether Alvarez should have been taking this shot on first time. Decides to take a touch, but in doing so, it just tempts Ream in to try and win the ball. He does seem to clearly catch Alvarez. It's clever from Mahrez. He just takes that ball away from the centre-half. That draws the challenge. It does look a penalty.
They are having a look at it. The VAR today is Andy Madley. We're just hearing that the check is complete. The penalty will stand.
Yeah, Tim Ream was saying to the referee, I was just maintaining my ground, holding my position. He didn't. That right leg came out to try and get to the ball. He fouled Alvarez.
And a 100% record from the spot in the Premier League. He missed one in Munich. Erling Haaland, for Manchester City's number 9. Who already has scored 49 goals this season. Well, this is Haaland, and this is history. We are in the presence of goal-scoring greatness. No one in living memory has done it quite like this in English football. He's not just rewriting the record books, that man is ripping them up.
It's absolutely incredible. Whirlwind start from City. Alvarez does well to win the penalty, and then it's about dispatching it, and makes his mind up early here. Haaland just whips it. So much pace on it. It's past the keeper before he hits the ground. It's just really a fast pass into the side netting. No chance for Leno, and exactly the start that Guardiola and City would have wanted.
Well, he came off the bench against Fulham when these two met at the Etihad to win it in the 95th minute. He's done it inside the first 4 here. Whether that wins it, well, that's certainly up for debate, but it certainly gets City off to an ideal start. Flipped on by Pereira. Wilson's made a good run. It's Vinicius! It's 1-1!
magnificent in his movement. Just watch how he drifts across the pitch here. He makes his run across the Kanji, in between defenders, they don't track him, but the intelligence of that nod back to Vinicius is outstanding. So the movement is superb, and then the composure, the intelligence, just to nod it down into the striker's path. He does well not to handball it, actually, Vinicius here. Needs to get his hands well out of the way, and once it bounces up, so inviting. I think Diaz should be stepping onto him there, he doesn't. And he absolutely buries it, and from absolutely nothing, the City dominating the game, Fulham back in it.
Well, there we go, Carlos Vinicius on his 50th appearance in English football with his third goal for Fulham. Many of those appearances coming for Spurs, a former Spurs man doing Arsenal a favour.
You've got to give Harry Wilson a huge amount of credit, because his side have been starved for the ball. Would have been very easy for him just to stand still and hope the ball comes to him, but he made a move, he made things happen, he gave teammates a forward option. And that's where the goal came from.
Well, Marco Silva tried a couple of games, including the one against Bournemouth here, with Carlos Vinicius to get their best ever Premier League points tally, which looks pretty attainable given the number of games they've got left to play. 53 was the tally in the 2008-2009 season when Roy Hodgson took them into Europe. Here's Mahrez now for Manchester City. Alvarez eluded the challenge as well, and that is absolutely magnificent! The World Cup winner with a world-class goal!
Well, this is just simply stunning. You know, City's a team can open you up, but they have individuals like Alvarez who can just produce just moments of magic. Look at the pressure on the ball to win it back. There's no foul in there, how quickly they play forward, move forward, but everything seems to be closed off for Alvarez. Maybe that's why he decides to take the shot on. But normally from this position, a right-footed player, you go into the keeper's left. He just reverses that and whips it magnificently into the top corner. No chance for Leno. It's a stunning individual goal, but how quickly he realised where he was on the pitch, got his bearings, there wasn't a pass on, he absolutely buries it.
Well, when he starts for Manchester City in the league, he scores for them. Not many as good as that.
And how many players in that position, Bill, just go for pure power? They hope they score. Alvarez there's backed himself. He's pretty much passed that into the top corner. Outstanding.